everybody, I'm here with just a little chit chat rambly video about my word of the year and how I kind of choose a word of the year, also my tarot card of the year and how you can find your tarot card of the year, as well as I also have a rune for the year as well. So it is 2024. First of all, happy new year to everybody. I hope that 2023 was good to you, and if it wasn't, then I hope 2024 is better. I hope that we all have a wonderful, prosperous, safe, happy 2024. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of talk through what I do in my personal practice, maybe give you some ideas as well. And then if you have, if you want to share what your tarot card of the year is and your word of the year is, then, please feel free to in the comments as well. So I think it's pretty common, this idea of having like a tarot card for the year, like picking a major arcana card for the year. And you do that by calculating your birth date added to the year that it is. So for example, we're in 2024. 2024, if you add up all the digits 2024, you get the number 8, which is the strength card. So that's kind of like the universal tarot card for everybody for the year. So the strength card has to do with the long term rather than the short term. So this is a year where we're asked to think about what are the long-term goals, not just what our short-term goals are. It's also saying there may be some difficulties this year that we have to get through, but we can get through them if we are patient, if we are kind. The strength card tells us that we will get further if we if we are kind and if we are patient, rather than trying to force things or trying to, bully people into seeing our particular point of view. So that's the card for everybody, overarching for the world for 2024. But how do you figure out your personal tarot card? Well, you take the digits from your birthday and your birth month and you add them to the present year. So for example, I'm born on August 15th. So what I did was I added 1 and 5 plus 8, because 8 is like August is the 8th month. So 1 plus 5 is 6, plus 8 is 14. And I add 14 to 8 and I get 22. Now, if you have a number, if you come up with a number that's higher than 22, for example, let's say you came up with a number 24, then you would take those two digits and add them together. So 2 and 4 would be 6, so you'd end up with the Lovers, for example. For myself, I ended up with the number 22. Now, there is, obviously, you would never be able to get a 0, which is the Fool. So if you get the number 22, that means the Fool. So this is a year of the Fool for me, which it means it's all for me. It is about trying new things. It is about seeing this as a new start, seeing this as a year to sort of, try some new things, have some new adventures, do things that maybe I haven't done before. And I think that's pretty fitting because I'm going to turn 50 this year. And so it's going to be like a whole new decade for me. And so, thinking about it, I think with optimism and thinking about it as a new start. So take a look. You can add your digits together. Remember, take your birth date, the date of your birthday and your birth month, add them together and then add them to 8, because 2024, 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 4 equals 8. So add it and then you can find what your major arcana card is for the year. And that can give you a clue as to some of the energy that you're going to be working with for the year. So that's something, there's lots of websites and lots of different sites that will tell you, again, the formula for how to figure out what your tarot card for the year is. Now, I also pick a rune for the year. So I have this deck. I'm actually going to be working with this deck this month as well. This is, I think it's called the Witch's Runes. I'm very sorry, it is out of print. This deck, it's a rune deck. I actually like working with the rune deck more than I like working with like the little tiles, the runes. I work with them as well, but I like using these. These are lovely, beautiful cards with beautiful illustrations. And the illustrations, this deck, I got it in I think the year 2000 or something. I was still in university. It really helped me to remember what the runes mean because of the pictures that are on them. So what I do every Christmas Eve, or not Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve, pardon me, is I will do a 13 card rune reading. So what I'll do is I'll pick one rune for each of the 12 houses, like the 12 areas of life. If you are into astrology, you know what that is. But basically, it's like 12 different areas of your life. It could be like finances, career, romance, partnerships, those kind of things. And that'll give me the energy that I'm working with for each of those areas of my life for the year ahead. And then the 13th rune that I pick, it will be my overall rune for the year. So that is like the most important rune. So just to give you an example, last year, and I've been doing this reading for a while, I got win and joy. In 20 this was an important rune for me because in 2022 I had been working at home until I got my new job in the fall. But even then, people were masked and things. I wasn't going out very much. And 2023 was kind of the year I started to go out again. I started to get together with friends in person. I started to go to some events again. I even started playing in my band again and going out into the world. It was saying to me, like, have some fun, go out and do things, be around others, be in community. And so it really helped me with thinking about opening up to things a little bit more. Also, with this card, community was really important because for those of you that have been following me here, you know that there were 2 deaths in my family last year. And so being together with others and being in community was so important. And I just felt so supported and really, really helped me. And then also online community as well. All the support I received from all of you guys and just it really, really helped me. And so community and celebrating the good things, even amidst all the other tough stuff, was really, really important for me last year. So this year, I did my reading last night and I got the ox. So this is a card that's about strength, which really fits into 2024. As I was saying, the overall card for the year for everyone is strength. And so this is really saying like, hey, like this is about being in it for the long haul. And this also, it kind of makes me think of Taurus as well, just because there's a bull here. But the ox is about determination. It says with hard work, good things will happen. Like if you do the work, if you put things out there, if you like step by step plot along, get to where you're going to go, you're going to get there and you're going to reap the rewards. So it's saying like, I can't just sit around and like expect things to fall in my lap, but it is saying that, put the effort in and good things are going to come your way. I think too, like I said, this really makes me think about the sign of Taurus, which is really a sign that is about abundance and being in nature and appreciating the good things of life. So this is saying like, I don't have to rush. I don't have to work all the time. It's like enjoying my life, balancing it out by putting in the work to things, and good things are going to come my way. Like we've got like some lucky horseshoes here. Like it's a card that gives me hope. Like it's a card that's saying like, hey, like you can accomplish some things this year. I found this to be like a really positive, really energizing rune to get for the year of 2024. So those are the tarot card and the runes I work with. The other thing that I do every January 1st in the morning, I go and I pick a card for the year. Now, I know a lot of people they'll have a word of the year, and often like they'll pick something, they'll think about like, what is my intention for this year? And they'll pick something. But what I do is I let the universe, the gods decide for me what I'm going to be working with this year. And it also gives me like a god or goddess to work with for the year, someone that I'm working with throughout the year. So I have a whole bunch of different like god and goddess decks, and I have 6 that I work with a lot. And so what I do is I assign them each a number, and I have a little dice here. I roll the dice, and that will tell me which deck I need to shuffle. And then whatever card pops out of the deck, that is my word for the year, and that is who I am working with for the year. So last year I got Bast, and I got the word play. So Bast, this is from the Goddess and Sirens Oracle. This is not really how I picture Bast, but all of the figures in this deck are very like superhero-y. They're very beautiful. But anyway, Bast is about playfulness, and that really fit with my rune last year about like putting more play, putting more fun in my life, because things had been, like just very serious with the whole like pandemic and staying home and everything. And so it was saying, hey, like have some fun again, play a little more. I started to create a little bit more. I started painting again, and I had a couple of paintings and shows. Again, I started playing a band again. So it really encouraged me to get out there and play and have fun and just enjoy life and like not be like so serious all the time. So it was really, really helpful to me. But this year I pulled and I got from the, is it the Goddess Power Oracle? It's the one by Colette Baron Reed. I got Lakshmi and Fortune. So I was really happy to get this one because like Lakshmi is the goddess of luck and prosperity. I love the fortune here as the keyword because I read cards, so fortune teller, but also fortune kind of says like, hey, like good things are destined for you. Good things are coming your way. And so both like the ox rune, and then getting this fortune is telling me like, hey, good things are coming towards you. Now, again, you have to put effort in. You can't just like have things, things rarely just fall in our laps. Sometimes they do, but for the most part, we got to put our effort in. But I think it's like, it's telling me to go into this year with sort of like a positive mindset and to look at things in a really positive fashion, and to expect good things instead of like expecting bad things all the time. And to try to like, have some more like kind of positive mindset in my life. And that's something I've actually been thinking about where I kind of want to do a little experiment this year, like approaching it with like an experimental mindset of, if I surround myself with things that are more positive, and if I, do some of these positive practices like affirmations, and kind of cutting away some of the more negative aspects of like social media and stuff, will this bring more positivity into my life? So thinking about it like in like an experimental type mindset, right? So, I started listening to like some more like positive mindset type podcasts. The other thing I did was, okay, I deleted Twitter like ages ago, but I deleted Threads because Threads was becoming like Twitter. It's just becoming like extremely negative, like people just shouting at each other. And it'll be like one person saying they hate this set of people. And then the next thread will be another one saying they hate the other group of people. Like it's just you're trying to find like the information amongst people just yelling opinions and being mean to each other. And I'm just like, you know what? I don't need this in my life. So I deleted it off of my phone. Anyway, that's one of the examples. Another thing was, I think we put this in another video too, where I talked about there's some creators that I've been following on YouTube in this community that have become like very, in the past while, extremely like angry and judgmental and very self-righteous. And I'm just like, ooh, like the one person I follow, I think they're going through a hard time. I think it's coming out this way. But I just was like, you know what? This isn't an energy I really want in my life. And if that person can go and do whatever they're going to do, right? But I was like, you know what? I'm going to delete that. That is not like an energy that I want in my life. And so it's like looking at stuff like that. And again, as I said in another video past, I don't believe in putting my head in the sand, but was really helpful for me is like getting off of some of the more negative social media and then just going to like a news site or news sites that I trust, maybe once a day, looking at the headlines, reading the stuff that I'm interested in. So I stay informed because I think that's really important to stay informed about things. I don't believe in putting my head in the sand, but just trying to like have more positivity around because I think it's easy to get inundated with negativity. And I think it's really easy to be negative. Like, I think it's actually like, it's the easier of the two. So anyway, little experiment about like, will this help me with, having a little more of a positive mindset about things? And I found already from just like the past few weeks of deleting threads and also like unfollowing some people that are particularly aggressive, that it has like made me feel like calmer and more sane. And so I want to kind of continue with this and just see, it's an experiment, right? Like see where it goes. Cause I was like, well, if I want threads back, I can always just like put it back on my phone, right? Or if I want to see people be angry and judgmental of others and their practices, I could go follow that person again if I want, right? So it's like, it's not, I feel like it's an experiment. Let's see what happens. Let's see if this shifts my mindset. Let's see what happens with this. So going into 2024 with an idea of fortune and feeling fortunate, like feeling blessed, appreciating all the things that I have, all of those kind of things, really positive mindset. So I was really happy to get this as like a word for the year. So that's like one of the things I do for the year as part of my practice. The other thing is that I usually pick a deck for the year that I'm going to work with as my daily card draw. Now, last year I kind of went between a few different ones. I started the year with the Enchanted Map. This is a Colette Baron Reed deck. I actually often use her decks as daily draws. I find them quite good for it. So I started with this one. And then when her new deck came out, where is it here? I know I have it somewhere. The Dreamweaver's Oracle. Let's see if I can pull this one out. There we go. When this came out, I didn't really care for it, but I continued to use it. It grew on me a little bit, but I still feel like it's not quite me. I used it for a while, and then I went to her other deck. Sorry, I keep getting things off the shelf here, which is the Wisdom of the Oracle, which is a classic. It's probably my favorite deck by her. But I thought I wanted to change up the energy a bit this year, and so I'm using the Spirit Animal Oracle deck as my daily draw deck for the year of 2024, at least for now. That may change as the year goes on. I'm not going to box myself in, but I felt like I wanted, again, like a little bit more gentle energy. I love this deck because it has like, I think it's got like 68 cards or something in it. So you've got a wide variety of animals in there. It's got upright and reverse meanings. Like I think it's a really nice deck, really nice energy. I think she's supposed to come out with like some decks this year, like at least one deck this year. I don't know for sure. Don't quote me on that, but I feel like I heard something about that. And so we'll see what she comes out with, because I usually like her decks, some more than others for sure. But this is what I'm starting with for the year, using this, the Spirit Animal Oracle as my daily card draw deck. So that's what I'm kind of working with this year. That's what my thoughts are. Let me know what your thoughts are. Okay, so what is your tarot card for the year? First of all, put down below. Also, do you pick a word of the year? Do you pull a card for the year, a rune? What do you do? Let me know. I would love to hear all about your practices. If you want to get a reading from me, I do have readings down below. You can look up my Etsy shop. Just so you know, I'm thinking of moving away from Etsy and setting up a shop on my website. I'm figuring it all out right now, so I'm leaving the Etsy up for now. But I'm thinking that just because Etsy, the amount that they're taking is more and more, and it's just becoming like not really worth it. And also the site used to be all handmade and services, and now it's filled with a lot of junk. But that's what I'm thinking about. Also thinking of changing up my branding a little bit for the year. But I'm in the thought process about it. So I've used the tagline, the Rocker Witch, and don't worry, it's obvious I still love rock and all that stuff, but I was wondering if just changing it to like artist and intuitive. I'm wondering about just having my name. I don't know. I'm figuring it all out. I'm just thinking out loud. But anyway, doing some work on my site this month is what I'm thinking about. But anyway, if you want to get a reading from me, back to what I was saying before, you can check out the Etsy site below. You can also check out my Patreon. I am teaching Lenormand right now on my Patreon if you're interested in that. I also am talking about working with spirit guides, so you want to check that out too. And you could have subscriptions to a monthly reading from me as well there. So check it out if you're interested. Otherwise, just thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. You guys are amazing and awesome. You're so good. And thank you, of course, to my patrons. You guys are extra awesome. And as always, peace and love and rock and roll.